The New England Patriots finally accomplished something that has eluded them for 6 long years, a win in Miami. It may not be a Super Bowl victory, but for this team and its fans, it feels just as significant. Mike Vrabel picked up his first victory as head coach of the Patriots on the road in Miami, and it was a game that showcased both resilience and the flashes of brilliance this roster can offer. From start to finish, it was back and forth, full of twists and momentum swings. And at the end of it all, the Patriots broke a long-standing streak by scoring 30 points in a single game for the first time in 47 outings. That stat alone underscores just how much work this team has put in and how far they have come. The contributions came from all corners of the roster, but none more eye-catching than Antonio Gibson's punt return for a touchdown late in the game, which turned the tide and secured the lead. Moments like that, big plays in critical situations, are what make a road win of this magnitude so memorable. The Dolphins, while not at their absolute peak this season, are still a talented team. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle proved why they are among the most dangerous wideouts in the league, and Deon Akane showed up all over the field. The Patriots had to overcome those challenges and still managed to pull it off, which speaks volumes about the mental toughness and discipline instilled by Vrabel and his coaching staff. Of course, the game was far from perfect. Special teams had their moments of chaos, including a punt return touchdown allowed earlier, and the Patriots were flagged 12 times throughout the contest. That discipline, or lack thereof, was something Vrabel will undoubtedly be circling on the whiteboard for the coming weeks. Mistakes like that cannot continue if this team wants to maintain momentum and seriously contend for a playoff spot. Early in the season, many expected a Patriots win on the road in Miami to be nearly impossible. That narrative has already been flipped, and it raises questions about just how high this team can rise if they continue to execute at this level. On the offensive side, Drake May was the star of the show. His efficiency was remarkable, completing 19 of 23 passes for 2 touchdowns and 230 yards. But it wasn't just his arm. May also utilized his legs effectively, adding 31 yards on the ground and a rushing touchdown, giving him 3 total touchdowns for the day. The way he controlled the game, mixing in passing and rushing, kept the Dolphins off balance and allowed the Patriots to sustain drives and capitalize on opportunities. Ramondre Stevenson also stepped up in a big way, reminding everyone why he is such a versatile weapon. He carried the ball 11 times for 54 yards, but what truly stood out was his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield. He led all receivers with 5 catches totaling 88 yards, including a spectacular 55-yard reception that showcased perfect timing and precision. May delivered the ball exactly where it needed to be, and Stevenson extended himself to make the play, proving that when your offensive scheme is executed correctly, players can elevate beyond expectations. Not every offensive contributor had the same success. Trayvon Henderson struggled to make an impact, with only 3 carries for 10 yards and 2 catches for 30. While Stevenson's performance masked some of those struggles, it's a trend to monitor as the season continues. Additionally, Andy Borrelise had a rocky start, missing 2 early extra points that could have swung momentum against the Patriots. He did rebound with a 53-yard field goal, but the nerves and challenges of kicking in a stadium he once called home were evident. The offensive line was another bright spot, particularly the left side. Starting left tackle Will Campbell and left guard Gerard Wilson, both high draft picks, played every snap and allowed just 1 pressure and 0 sacks over 33 passing plays. Their performance was critical in giving May the time to make plays and allowed the Patriots to maintain consistency in both the passing and rushing games. It was a reminder of just how important youth and talent on the line can be when cultivated and trusted at the professional level. Defensively, there were concerns, particularly in the secondary. Christian Gonzalez remains the cornerstone of the Patriots' pass defense, and his absence has been felt. Alex Austin, filling in, struggled at times, and injuries to players like Woodson further complicated the picture. While Carlton Davis had a solid performance, depth remains a pressing issue. The Patriots may need to consider veteran additions or other roster moves to stabilize the secondary if they hope to make a legitimate playoff push. Without a healthy Gonzalez, the postseason becomes a steep uphill climb. Overall, the Patriots' victory in Miami is a statement game. It demonstrates resilience, showcases emerging talent, and highlights both the strengths and areas in need of improvement. The offensive line, the young playmakers, and key contributions on special teams and from Drake may set the tone, but the defense, particularly the secondary, remains a pivotal factor for sustained success. The blend of youth and experience, executed at the right moments, has given the Patriots a foothold, and as the season progresses, how they address injuries, discipline, and consistency will ultimately define their trajectory. In this game, the Patriots overcame challenges both expected and unforeseen. The Dolphins were a legitimate test, and for New England to walk away with a win on the road is a confidence booster. The coaching staff, from Vrabel to the coordinators, showed adaptability, and the players who stepped up made all the difference. Moving forward, the Patriots have to continue to balance aggression with discipline, utilize their young talent effectively, and maintain their focus, particularly in key games that will determine playoff seeding and momentum. Each week, the stakes grow higher, and this victory in Miami serves as a benchmark for what is possible when preparation meets execution. Looking ahead, the key question for the Patriots isn't just about winning games. It's about consistency and sustaining performance across the roster. The offensive line has given a glimpse of what it can do when fully engaged, particularly with Campbell and Wilson on the left side, but there are still questions about depth and health across the line. Morgan Moses has struggled with injuries and false starts, and while he is a veteran presence, the team will need to monitor his performance closely. Marcus Bryant, a rookie, has shown flashes of potential, and depending on how the season unfolds, he could be called upon to step in and solidify the right side if necessary. The coaching staff's ability to manage these situations, rotate players effectively, and keep young talent engaged will have a direct impact on the team's success. Drake May's emergence as a dual-threat quarterback has been the defining story of these first two games. His ability to extend plays with his legs, make accurate throws under pressure, and read defenses on the fly has elevated the Patriots' offensive identity. The offensive scheme is adapting around him, and Josh McDaniels has the challenge of striking a balance between structured play calling and allowing May the freedom to improvise when necessary. If this synergy continues, the Patriots can sustain drives, open up the running game, and keep defenses guessing. The connection between May and players like Rhamondre Stevenson is already showing chemistry, but the team will need additional contributors to step up, particularly as defenses begin to focus more attention on these primary threats. The secondary remains the most pressing concern. Christian Gonzalez is the anchor of the Patriots' defensive backfield, and without him, the team's ability to handle elite receiving threats is limited. Alex Austin and other replacements have struggled at times, and injuries have only compounded the issue. Depth is critical, and the Patriots may need to explore veteran additions or internal development to maintain stability. Carlton Davis played well in spots, but the unit as a whole is under pressure, and even small lapses can lead to big plays for opposing offenses. The health and readiness of Gonzalez will likely dictate how aggressive the Patriots can be in defending high-powered passing attacks down the stretch. Special teams played a pivotal role in Miami, both positively and negatively. Antonio Gibson's punt return touchdown was a game-changing moment, swinging momentum in favor of New England. However, penalties and missed extra points highlighted the area as one that requires attention. The Patriots can't afford repeated mistakes in the kicking game or on returns if they intend to compete with the league's top teams. Finding consistency here could be the difference between a mid-season stumble and a strong playoff push. The defensive line and pass rush are also showing promise, particularly with Milt Williams and Harold Landry providing pressure at key moments. These two veterans have proven they are worth every penny of their contracts, consistently forcing opposing quarterbacks into difficult decisions and hurried throws. The pressure on the Dolphins quarterback in Miami was a major factor in keeping the Patriots competitive, and this aspect of the defense must continue to develop. Alongside the young offensive line, the defensive front is one of the areas where the Patriots appear to have built a strong foundation. Despite the victory, there are still broader challenges to navigate. The roster has holes left from previous drafts, and the team lacks the abundance of young, contract-controlled talent that some other franchises enjoy. This means that every young player pressed into service this season carries significant responsibility. For the Patriots to maintain playoff aspirations, these players must continue to develop quickly, adapt to the NFL level, and execute consistently under pressure. The coaching staff must continue to manage these challenges in real time, balancing expectations and opportunity to ensure these young athletes can contribute without being overwhelmed. The trade of Jalen Poole added another wrinkle, highlighting the constant balancing act between roster management and immediate team needs. While the Patriots received a sixth-round pick, the loss of the player adds pressure on the depth chart and emphasizes the importance of internal development. Every snap matters, every mistake is magnified, and the team must rely on smart decision-making both on and off the field to maintain competitiveness. Looking forward to the next few weeks, the Patriots' performance against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and other upcoming opponents will offer critical insight into the trajectory of this team. After a Week 1 loss to the Raiders, the victory in Miami is encouraging, but it is only one piece of a larger puzzle. Can the Patriots maintain momentum, address weaknesses, and leverage the emerging talents of players like Drake, May, and Rondre Stevenson while stabilizing the secondary? The answer will determine not just playoff chances, but the overall perception of this roster's potential. At the heart of it, this season feels like a test of balance. The Patriots have shown they can win on the road. They have emerging stars in key positions, and the coaching staff has demonstrated adaptability and resilience. But the team is still young, injuries and inexperience remain a factor, and the margin for error is slim. Each game will test their ability to integrate new talent, manage pressure, and execute across all three phases: offense, defense, and special teams. The win in Miami is a high point, but sustaining that level of performance week after week will ultimately define whether this Patriots team can turn early promise into a legitimate playoff run. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers around Foxborough are growing louder this week, and it seems the New England Patriots might be cooking up one of the most electrifying moves of the offseason. According to sources close to the organization, the team has reportedly closed a deal with wide receiver T. Higgins, the Cincinnati Bengals' rising star who has consistently turned heads with his combination of size, speed, and uncanny ability to make contested catches. If true, this would mark a seismic shift for the Patriots' offense, long in need of a true vertical threat to stretch defenses and open up the field for their emerging playmakers. Higgins, known for his physicality at the line and ability to thrive in high-pressure situations, would immediately become the go-to target in Foxborough. Patriots fans have grown accustomed to methodical, possession-based schemes, but with Higgins in the mix, the offensive playbook could take on an entirely new dimension. Imagine Mac Jones launching deep bombs to a receiver who not only wins jump balls, but can also turn routine catches into explosive gains. Analysts have long debated whether New England could transform into a top-tier passing offense, and Higgins' arrival might finally make that dream a reality. Of course, as with any hot rumor, caution is warranted. The Patriots front office has a history of pulling off headline-grabbing moves quietly, and nothing is official yet. But insiders hint that contract discussions are moving swiftly and that Higgins could be arriving in time to redefine the team's 2025 campaign. Social media has already erupted with speculation, with fans envisioning highlight reel touchdowns and instant chemistry with Jones. Some skeptics, however, question whether the transition from Cincinnati to New England's system will be seamless. Will Higgins adapt quickly enough to become the explosive weapon the Patriots hope for? Or will he take a season to hit his stride? Regardless, the buzz in Foxborough is unmistakable. If T. Higgins does indeed suit up for the Patriots, the team's offensive ceiling just jumped several notches. All eyes will be on the preseason, as fans and pundits alike await the moment when rumor turns into reality and a new era of explosive plays begins on the New England turf. For now, the chatter is relentless, and the possibilities are tantalizing. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.